Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. We're here. We're back at it again, and we're going to get on into it. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And with that being said, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Organic herbs and botanicals, skincare and edibles, wellness for body and mind. The Brothers Apothecary. Fine teas and remedies. Ronald Records. From indie gems to classic hits, discover the heart of local music. With live shows all the time, up close and personal, and regular releases on their in-house label. Ronald Records. Supporting the community, one track at a time. All right, thank y'all so much for watching again. Shout out The Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. Here is today's guest.
What's up, y'all? My name is Prolly.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about, who you are, where you're from, what you do. Give us that, Tinder profile of your involvement with music.
Most people call me Bobs. Y'all can call me Prolly, Bobs, whatever works for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Spokane, Washington, grew up in the Portland area, and I make psychedelic hip-hop music.
Oh, yeah, I dig that. What got you into music initially? What was the start for you?
Well, initially, I started making music. I would say I initially started writing music at the age of the third grade. You know that poetry. That they have.
Oh yeah.
So they started a poetry notebook that we all had to make and bind ourselves or whatever.
Okay.
And once we finished with the poetry unit, it was only halfway full. And so once it was halfway full, I kind of kept filling the book. And then once the book was filled, I started writing poetry in my own little workshop books and kept it moving until I would say I didn't start actually incorporating it into music until freshman, sophomore year, something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
One of my homies had a studio in his closet kind of situation where it's a sock over the microphone and
yes.
Directly into the laptop. Crazy. Yep. Crazy.
I had with my first band or first real band, we had one of those it was a handheld mic with the switch on it and then the little 1/8 inch on the other end.
Yeah.
And we plugged into a laptop that somebody got because their friend's company was closing. So it was the worst laptop in the world. Those recordings may still exist somewhere.
Yeah.
But back to you.
No. I'm actually pretty sure that the microphone that we used was a Rock Band mic or something.
Okay, yeah. So basically the same thing.
Super low quality. Recorded with a nylon sock over the thing. And we recorded those singles and put that shit on SoundCloud. And then ever since then, it's been rocking. Guess. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, that's wild.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really cool way to get into it, though. We're definitely, we'll probably dig into that more in the middle for sure.
Sure.
Now, before we get into more of what you do in the present day, I do have a couple foundation questions I'd like to check in with everybody on.
What up?
And this first one is one we ask early. It's one we ask often. And it's definitely a crowd favorite. What was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
Oh, the Papa Roach album with the roach on it?
Yes.
That one. But
okay.
It was not explicit.
The censored version.
My mom didn't let me listen to cuss words, bro.
Trust me, I get that. I get that all too well.
Yeah, it had the Cut My Life joint on there too. So
oh boy.
Cut out the best part, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah, that hey, I mean that counts. That counts. What made you pick that?
The WWE.
Fair. That makes sense.
Yeah, I was.
This interview's over now. No, I'm kidding.
I was
I'm kidding.
a big wrestling fan, so they were involved. You know,
That makes
intermingled with each other.
That makes sense. Yeah, the crossover was strong.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh yeah. And then what was the first live show you ever went to that was like specifically one you wanted to go to? It's like you saw it was happening, you got the tickets, you went to it.
So I didn't. I'm gonna answer that question with a little bit of an audible.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't something that I bought the tickets to, but the first show that I really wanted to go to and I asked to go to and like was like really jazzed about going to, you know, it was the Foo Fighters.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Was a big Nirvana fan growing up. My stepdad, growing up, like played a lot of like alternative, like, you know, like Seattle grunge type music.
Well, I mean, being from, you know, Spokane and Portland, you're only a stone's throw from it.
Exactly. So he played a lot of that growing up, and so big fan of Dave Grohl, and just wanted to go see him in person. So that was my first concert. That's also the last concert I went to.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah, hell yeah. I dig that.
That's a good show. It's a good show.
Hell yeah. And then before we officially get into it, do you have a defining moment where you decided you wanted to take music more seriously?
Oh, that's a tough question. I guess I've had multiple. I think the first one more so would probably be that like I dropped out of high school in like sophomore year, super early, and decided like, oh, I'm just gonna be a rapper. Fuck it, you know, crazy. That would probably be the first one.
That's a pretty defining moment.
But you know, the scope changes as you like grow older.
Yeah.
And I feel like recently I kind of had like a moment like that, like just jump off the cliff where it was like the back then when I decided, oh fuck it, I'm gonna drop out of high school, I'm gonna be a rapper. It was like I'm gonna be a famous rapper. I'm gonna do this, you know, and I'm gonna make $1 million. And you know, but I feel like recently I had that moment where I decided like who I'm doing this for and why I'm doing this, and kind of like a self-centering type of moment where like I decided like I want to do this for me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be a rapper. I'm going to be an artist, you know, and I'm going to do this forever, whether it's like I go and I be an engineer, or I go and I be a librarian, or I go and I work at, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always going to be this.
Yeah.
And I feel like I recently kind of like came to terms with that in a sense.
Interesting. Damn. Well, that's wild. No, we're not going to dig in that too far, or this will tangent into a completely different interview.
I hear you.
But thank you for sharing that. Let's go ahead. Let's get on into the present day. We are going to knock a super easy one out of the way first, though. How'd you pick the name?
I was given the name, actually.
Mm.
It's like a mush between my name is Robert Burton, probably.
Oh, okay.
We were trying to find something in the middle, and it just kind of ended up happening. Kind of fit with what we were like working with at the time, and yeah.
Oh yeah, I dig that. It is it's a cool name. It feels very familiar very quickly. Like it's one of those ones where it rolls off the tongue so easily because it's just kind of a word that's been there for so long.
Conjunction, like
it's easy to spell, especially if you're like just spell it how it sounds. It's easy to find, so it's got good SEO. You know, it's a good name, man. You nailed it. I think it's pretty rad.
Thank you.
I do this bit where I break down names. I'm supposed to say at the beginning. I never do.
No, you're good.
Now let's go ahead. Let's get on into your writing process.
Okay.
And we're gonna break it up into chunks, but we're gonna start right at the beginning.
Okay.
So when you get inspired, you're ready to make music. What do you do to get a track started?
Usually if I'm inspired and I already have like the instrumental or like an idea of what the instrumental is gonna be, I kind of just will like mumble out a melody a little bit, and kind of get the idea of how the song is gonna be structured a little bit, and then I'll get a recording of that, and then kind of like loop back around, and then like put words to that melody a little bit. But no song is the same. Every song is different.
Of course not.
Writing process is definitely different for every song.
I gotcha. Are you usually getting the beats from like people you know, or are you going on the internet? How do you come by those?
Almost always produced by Isms.
Yeah.
My brother.
Hell yeah. Yo, shout out Garrett.
Crazy work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
Also, past guests on the show and part of this showcase when you got to be a part of it as well.
Yeah.
Crazy. By the time this comes out, that will have definitely been out.
Yes.
So.
That was a lot of fun. That was a great night.
Yeah. And actually, how we first met, so I'm appreciative.
We met before that, Jimmy.
Did we?
Yeah.
When?
We met at Lawrence's show.
Oh, well, that's not fair. I was working.
Okay,
I was working.
Well, you were technically working at the last show, too.
Well, no, but that's different. You were. I put that one on. The other one, I was running sound, and I was there for like.
I get it.
I was there for like 11 and a half hours. It was a long day.
It's no shade, Jimmy.
Shout out to Lord Lawrence as well.
Shout out to Lord Lawrence.
All right. Well, then, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
There we go. I'm going to edit that in post. We don't edit here. All right. Once you get a track like written.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to be like recorded or like it doesn't have to be out yet, but you've gotten it all written.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to ask, when you're writing, are you putting it in the phone? Are you remembering it? You pen and paper?
I do it in the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Hey,
bottomless list of.
It's right there.
Yeah.
It's always there.
Yeah, I have a nasty bar bank.
That's
scrolls and scrolls.
Hey, better have it and not need it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Then once you get a track fully written, how long does it usually take you to feel comfortable enough to perform it?
Perform it live?
Yeah.
It's written and then recorded same day.
No, it doesn't have to be recorded yet, but like just it's at a point where you can start
memorizing it.
Okay,
okay.
Yeah, so you can memorize it.
I would say 3 days, 2 days.
Okay.
2 days. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Now, for you, is it something where you're just gonna practice it like 100 times in a row, or are you like breaking it up through the day?
I'm gonna practice it 100 times in a row.
Okay.
100%, yeah.
I dig that.
Drill it in there.
Hey, it's a good way to do it for sure. And I mean, you've got a pretty decent catalog, so I feel like you can kind of build for a lot of situations now.
No doubt.
Yeah. And your more current project, even at the moment, you have a lot of opportunities there. But we'll talk about that a little bit more in a bit. What do you use to get your ideas out quickly? Do you have like your own home setup? Are you always over at like Isms, or how do you do like when it comes to just getting something started?
So for
or I guess getting something out.
I guess like as far as the last 10 years goes, for like 7 of it, I lived with like Isms. I lived with.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and so recently he moved out, and so the creative process has changed a little bit.
Come back.
Yeah, no. He's happy. He's doing good. But we still we find like once or twice a week, to link up and like get everybody Doback as well, and anybody else who's involved. Get everybody in one space at least like once or twice a week.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're always just around wherever it's happening, regardless.
Yeah. At least trying to be. If I'm not there, I'm trying to be.
Gotcha. I dig that.
Yeah.
And actually, I jumped on Spotify and I checked out some of your music.
Okay.
And you got music going all the way back to 2021 on there. And I gotta tell you, it starts out with that wild run of double singles, the like Dose collaborative experience, which. It was actually really cool to experience kind of as little bits versus like when it became like the full album. Mm-hmm. I thought that was kind of a fun take on it. I'm curious, before I talk a little bit more about the rest of your music, how did that project come about?
So there's a lot that actually went into that project.
I could tell.
Yeah.
It's heavily produced.
Yeah, and the whole project has like a base in like numerology. And the I guess like the essence of it boils down to reincarnation and a new beginning. And being out of your comfort zone and like, pushing boundaries of reality. And so the numerology behind it, I guess, so it's dose is 1 and 1 is 2. So the project came out in 2s, right? 11 times. right? So 1 and 1 is 2, again, 11 times. So there's 22 doses back. It's supposed to just like be like a full circle, if that makes any sense at all.
It does, yeah.
Super tripped out making music in the basement. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that was essentially the idea behind it. It's just like starting again, starting new. That was my first release as Prolly. So that was kind of like the idea. I released music like for 5-10 years before that under a different name. And so that was like the reincarnation. That was the 2, you know, like starting again.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Damn, well, it's a powerful way to start things off for sure.
Thank you.
Like, and it was cool too, because like I said, I saw them, and then I saw the full album version. I was like, I've already listened to a few of the singles as doubles. Let me dive into it from there. And I took off. I was like, oh shit, it's wild.
Yeah, each little piece came out with like their own little like piece of the blotter. And so like as you fill in the doses, right, you get to view the whole like sheet, the whole picture,
Yeah. No, it was a cool release concept, but also just it's really cool music. I mean, y'all are a powerful team. I mean, and
I agree, and thank you.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, anything Isms does, he's gonna do well.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wildly talented.
Absolutely.
And you obviously you are right up there and on par with him, so it shows well. And I was listening to some of the other stuff that you've got on there, and I saw you even did a couple tracks with Cyber Drips.
Yes, that's my dog.
Yeah, that's a cool one for sure.
That's my dog.
But your most recent release. 6-pack.
Yes.
Which y'all are, is the group name Required? Is it Required Taste?
I wouldn't call it a group. I'd call it more of a collective.
Oh, like kind of like Silk Sonic.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's expanding. Anybody's welcome. There's no like
the project's name is that.
Exactly.
Y'all's group name is not.
Exactly.
Kind of like the Gorillas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anybody's willing to, contribute.
Well, surprise, y'all. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I dig that.
Very collaborative.
Very much so. And I mean, it's cool. It just came out earlier this month in the time of now, I guess. By the time this comes out, it'll have been last month-ish. And it's you, it's Isms, it's Doback. And I mean, it's y'all just doing your thing.
Yeah.
But it's cool because I have been listening to at least those two for quite some time now. And funny enough, you actually, a couple of your tracks were already on my lists as well.
That's funny.
From like other collaborative things. Yeah. So I have heard your music before.
Sure.
Through the realm. And it felt like very grown music from where it comes from. You know what I mean? Like it actually, Silk Sonic is a very good comparison of it. It's like y'all are doing your thing. It's not like you were like, it's time for us to play nothing but Latin jazz.
Yeah.
Like, y'all showed up to do your things, but it has like a level of care to it, a different like seriousness to it that I think y'all, it shows that y'all really showed up ready to play.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We were friends for so long before we decided to being like co-musicians and stuff, like friends for so long before we decided to actually like make music all together.
Yeah.
And even then, like that was like 2 years of like music that just kind of had been like backburnered a little bit. And then maybe about a year ago, we decided like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
We had, like, this is good music. There's a lot of stuff that didn't get put on the album.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But we were like, we have this like great collection of music. We need to actually put this out.
Yeah. Well, y'all have a really good like energy together too, because you all are very expressive within your realms.
Yeah.
That's what I think is cool is you each have your own atmosphere that standalone is strong. All three of them together are so like autonomous but like symbiotic at the same time.
Sure.
That it all blends together in this really like dynamic way. It's a lot of like whenever you listen to any part of it, it's like engaging, and when you take a step back and stop listening, it stays like involved.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's just there we go. No. We talked about your music now.
Yeah, the flowers. I appreciate
it. Yeah. I am curious to know now, out of all the music you have available, what are some of your favorite tracks to perform?
I really like the song Rowdy. That one's really bouncy and fun. That's a good one to perform. I like the song Turtles. Turtles is also a really good one. It has a good message and it has a really long, like very cinematic style intro that like can add a lot to a live show if like peppered in correctly, you know.
Do you act during those like Tyler the Creator?
What do you mean?
Do you act during those moments?
Man, maybe I should. Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, y'all.
Nah, that's not a bad idea. But no, I kind of usually like duck down and get out of the way and let the VJ do his
Oh,
thing.
right,
Yeah.
right. I forget some people show up with stuff ready like that. I'm just like, everybody go.
But no, those are a couple of the favorites. Yeah, off the album most recently. We've only performed it the one time at Jimmy's Jam Box.
Yeah. Did you all perform all 6 tracks?
We hid one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I was like, I don't remember. I'm still editing it in the real time of now.
Yeah.
So I don't remember if I had counted
5.
it.
The one we left off had a feature that didn't get cleared. So we had to like kind of restructure the project a little bit. But so
that's fine.
Song, yeah.
That's fine. Gotta leave them wanting a little bit more.
It's still my dog anyways. And I would honestly say that one, haven't performed it yet. I'm going to put that on the list of favorite songs to perform because this Saturday when we do the show.
Oh, well, it would have been a couple of weeks ago by the time this came out.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing that one. It's very high energy. It's
you mean when you did it and you crushed it?
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
crazy. It was so good. If you didn't see it, you missed it. You missed it. I'll have to have them back on the show.
Yeah.
Have them pull it all out again. Hell yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Now I want to take a moment. I want to zoom out. And we'll look at more music as a whole. Mm-hmm. What are you listening to right now? What are you just taking in as a human being?
I hate to be that guy, but
you just listen to you?
No.
Okay.
I listen to everything.
That's fine.
No.
What are you listening to right now?
Currently.
Recently.
Currently. I've been listening to a lot of Sade.
Nice.
I've been listening to a lot of like real early Motown. Like just like good R&B. I've been listening to the Brothers Nylon.
Interesting.
Do you know who they are?
The name sounds super familiar.
Bro, they're like a weird jazz band.
You mean the best kind of jazz band?
Yes, exactly.
If it's not weird, is it even good? Like, what are we doing here?
And then as far as like hip hop artists, I've been listening to a lot of Doback. I've been listening to a lot of like Mavi. I've been listening to.
Also, shout out Doback again.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let that one go unnoticed.
My favorite artist for real. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I feel like that's a good rundown.
Hell yeah, I dig that.
Into my playlist.
I mean, that counts. That's all solid stuff. All right, now before we move into the next portion, this next question is probably the densest question in the interview.
Okay.
But we've talked about your experience with music, the actions, the reactions.
Sure.
But when it's just you and music one-on-one, what does music give back to you?
That's a really good question. I feel like music gives you a space to be seen and feel seen, whether you're listening to it or making it. It's a way to relate to other people, and it's a way to like know that like you're not alone in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, especially if you're listening to like Sade,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, or something. Like music that makes you feel something. It's a place to live, to be seen.
Hell yeah. That was a really good answer. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to some hypothetical questions.
Okay.
And for these, sky's the limits. The questions are all made up, so the answers are allowed to be as well.
Okay.
But this first one is pretty straightforward. If you could work with any one person, the only requirement is they have to be alive. Who would you want to work with, and how would you want to work with them?
Drake, and I'm trying to make $1 million.
Okay. Okay. He would know how to do it.
Yeah.
He could probably just give you $1 million. You know what I mean? He could probably just be like, here, you just made $1 million.
We just might accidentally make a hit record in the,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's probably available right now. What's he doing? Drake, what are you doing? He watches the show. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Subsequently, who's a local artist that you're aware of that you haven't gotten to connect with yet, but you would like to?
Witch House 40K.
Ooh, interesting.
Witch House 40K.
Yes, actually, everybody.
Some shit, bro.
You know what to do. At them in the comments. See if we can make that happen. That would be a cool one for sure.
That would be tight.
For sure.
That's my bros, bro.
Damn. Yeah, we need to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then for this next one, like I said before, sky's the limits, and it's pretty literal in this sense. But if you could perform anywhere in the world, and you wouldn't have to worry about crowd acts.
Red Rocks.
Boo. Okay. I saw you were ready for it. Hell yeah. Damn. That's where I want to do an episode of this show.
Bro, it's so beautiful.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
You want to headline my
Jimmy's Jambox at Redline, headlined by Prolly.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, y'all heard it here first. Somebody at this in like 17 months. And let's see if we made it happen by then.
We'll get there.
If you're still watching this, please do the math for us. I have no way to follow up on that. And then to wrap up the hypothetical questions.
Yeah.
If you could get one more album from anybody, they could be alive, they could be dead, they could.
Miller.
Okay. Would you want an album to have come out like in succession to the last ones, like right after the last one did? Or would you want one now?
Nah, because I want to hear like 45-year-old Mac Miller making jazz.
Okay.
Like.
He'd probably be making music with Andre 3K right now.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel like his artistic journey wasn't finished.
No, very much so. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a super solid answer.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we are going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. What can we look forward to in the next 6 months?
Gonna be doing a bunch of shows. Got some new singles on the way. Always produced by Isms. You know how it go. Got some music produced by Brooks Beats coming out soon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely looking forward to all of that.
Yeah.
For this next one, then, go and look straight at your camera. Tell everybody how they can find you.
You can find me on most social media at Bob's Prolly. I'll see you there.
Hell yeah. And then any other plugs, any other shout outs, anybody else you want to put on while you're on here?
Shout out Required Taste. Go listen to Six Pack.
Hell yeah. All right. Then with that being said, I've got one last question to go. But before we do, I'm going to steal the camera for just a second. As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And one more shout out to the Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. With that being said, the final question. And this is entirely up to your interpretation. But in all of music,
yeah,
what is an album you feel is more on the obscure side? So it's a bit of a deep cut. It's one not a lot of people would know, but it's one you think everybody should know.
Cat by Hiroshi Suzuki.
One I'm not familiar with.
Should be.
I appreciate that, Rec. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, but with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. I'm Jimmy.
And I'm Prolly.
And we're signing off. Later, y'all.
That's a wrap. This is not a podcast. This is a show.
Keep jamming.